Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ria and I'm a lifestyle and immigration content creator living in Ireland. If this is your first time seeing my very chubby face, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up my G? Thank you for coming back again. For today's video, we have something really educative, and this particular topic I'm talking about today is, I would say, one of my most asked questions, especially for international students. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between some certain popular visas that I get a good number of questions from, especially from international students. So people always want to know, what's the difference between a stamp 2 and a stamp 1G, and mostly what's the difference between a stamp 1G and a stamp 1, and how do you get the stamp 4, how do you get your citizenship, this and that, and all of these questions I'm going to be answering them in this video. And if this is something that you'd want to learn, if you're looking to come to Ireland for study or for work, visa or whatnot, then you need to definitely keep on watching. So we're going to be starting from a stamp 2 visa, which is like the very popular one that everybody knows. Not everybody, but if you're coming here as an international student, you definitely would know what a stamp 2 visa is. So a stamp 2 visa is the visa that you get. It's a student visa. Let's not even speak grammar. It's just equals to a student visa. That's the visa that you have once you get your GNIB card, which is your Irish residence permit card. It's a stamp 2 that states on it, and that visa automatically lets you work in the country for 20 hours per week, and you're also allowed to study full time, whatever degree, whatever university or college that you're in. That visa doesn't allow you to operate or indulge in any business whatsoever. That visa doesn't allow you to work full time except on holidays. So maybe like the summer period or December period, then you're allowed to work like 40 hours per week. But while you're in school, while school is in session and you're under a stamp 2 visa, you're only allowed to work 20 hours per week and also allowed to work full time. You're not allowed to indulge in any business. I think everybody, or pretty much, stamp 2 visa is kind of like really clear. It's very straightforward. There isn't like so much to discuss about it. So now from stamp 2 visa, I know the one that most people ask me about is, what's a stamp 1G? And because there are different types of subsections under stamp 1, it's a little bit confusing. It could get confusing. So under stamp 1, there is stamp 1, and then there is stamp 1G, and I know that there is stamp 1A. And we'll begin from the stamp 1G. I have like my notes down here, so I'm gonna kind of be reading here and there for the ones that I can't remember. So the stamp 1G visa is the visa that is mostly given to graduates to enable them to look for a job. So now it's like the government saying, okay, you have successfully completed your degree, either your master's degree, your undergraduate degree, or even your PhD, and now the government is giving you that extension to kind of like have this visa to be able to look for a job that will be able to apply for your employment permit. So stamp 1G is not an employment permit visa. It's just like a permission to look for a job that will get you there. Do you understand? For a master's graduate, you're entitled to 2 years. For an undergraduate, I think it's 1 year. So under a stamp 1G visa, you're also not allowed to indulge or operate in any business. What that visa is for is that you're allowed to work full time in accordance with the employment law of Ireland, and not necessarily to indulge in any business. That's what stamp 1G is just all about. It's like, this is a gift the government is giving to you, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then after your 2 years of stamp 1G, or within your 2 years of stamp 1G, you would definitely need a sponsor for your employment permits. If you want to stay back in Ireland, if you want to settle here, then you definitely need a job that would either sponsor, or you could even sponsor yourself. This whole topic is really broad. If I keep on explaining one, I have to go into like the subsection and explain it deeply. And another thing that I need to tell you guys is that for stamp 1G, I know that I have been talking about like how it's like an entitlement for international students, right? It's not just for international students. I think that's one of the question. Some people do ask me, stamp 1G can be given to partners or spouses of people that have the critical skills employment permit. I think that's like a whole different video, like the difference between a general employment permit and a critical skills employment permit, right? Let's say I am on a stamp 1, right? And my stamp 1 is under the critical skills employment permit, okay? And I have like a partner, like I'm married, right? My husband or my spouse that would be coming to Ireland would also have that privilege of getting stamp 1G. which allows my partner to work full-time in the country. That's one of the benefits of getting a stamp 1 under the critical skills employment permits. Okay, I hope this is not so confusing. I hope you're following along. I'm not so much of a great teacher, but I could explain things here and there. If you're not understanding anything that I'm saying, or if you need more clarification or more explanation, leave your comments down in the comment section there, and I will definitely explain better in words. And why, if my partner comes here to work and my partner is given like stamp 1G, not just is my partner allowed to just work, my partner is also allowed to study, you know, in the country, and my partner is also allowed to renew that stamp 1G that he's given for about 5 years. And all of these things, all of the 5 years that my partner would need to renew, so like every year my partner is renewing and is getting like another stamp 1G, and it gets to like the 5th year, then my partner is eligible to apply for a stamp 4, which I will be talking about in another video. So just putting it out there, that disclaimer, stamp 1G is not just only for international graduates, it's also for spouses or people that are on a stamp 1 under the critical skills employment permits. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. Hi guys, so just before we continue with the video today, I'm very proud to announce to you the sponsor of today's video. So the sponsor of today's video is MoneyJar. Can you please give a round of applause for this company? So I'm very much impressed with this company, and I wish that this company has actually started since I came to Ireland in 2019, but I mean, better late than never, right? So let me give you a background story so that I kind of like understand why I'm even, you know, pitching this company to you guys. In 2019, when I came here as an international student, right, I had to wait about 8 weeks before I was able to get my IBAN, which you can also call like your account number, right? It took a lot of time. Like, you book for an appointment because of the amount of international students coming into the country yearly. Can be very, you know, difficult and stressing for you to get a date for your appointment. Or even if you submit your documents and whatnot, it would take like a while for it to get processed and for you to get that account number, right? That's why I'm presenting to you the best company that, you know, I wish that they had started a long time ago, but I'm glad to be the one to be presenting this company to you. So now, do you know that as an international student, or even someone that's even coming into Ireland, maybe as a visitor, or maybe you're coming here, you know, using the employment permit visa, you can actually have an IBAN number. Like I'm talking about, you can have an Irish IBAN number in less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is mind-blowing. It's very crazy. Like, when I heard about this company and when they reached out to me and I was, you know, trying to like, you know, set it up in less than 5 minutes, I'm good to go, than having to wait for a whole 8 weeks. Some of my friends had to wait for 12 weeks before they had their account number. That's wild. So MoneyJar is a quick, easy and safe way to manage your finances. You can actually, you know, pay your bills from MoneyJar, the app. You can actually set up direct debits. With MoneyJar, it allows you to get paid, you know, by your employer, so you don't even have to worry. It even allows you to send money like to your family and friends. MoneyJar also even provides like a card with you, so it's not just an account and an app that you're working with. How amazing is this? And not just that, MoneyJar is also integrated into like, you know, the whole Google Pay and Apple Pay. So like I said, the sign up process it's very easy. Like, it takes less than 5 minutes. All you literally have to do is download the app. This is the name on the screen, MoneyJar. Just download that app. All you have to do is just to take a selfie. It's going to ask you to take a selfie, and it's going to ask you to also upload an ID document. So for example, let's say your passport, driver's license, residence permit. Literally every solid ID document can be accepted, and then you're simply much good to go, because that's it. Like, in my next video and for like the next while, you're going to be hearing me say very interesting things about this company. And like, I really like that I'm actually working with this company, because this is something that would save a lot of lives, that would make people's life very easy, to be very honest, especially like immigrants. So for further information, just, you know, check my description box down. Please download the app MoneyJar and then sign up. There's also going to be a link down in my description box where you can just click and then, you know, create your account. So let's continue with the video, guys. Now let's go to stamp 1A. Stamp 1A is also a subsection under stamp 1. Stamp 1A is mostly for accountants. So people that study accountancy, or they're like trainees under accountancy, right? You are eligible to get the stamp 1A visa. That's pretty much what that stamp 1A visa is for. I think it's just like for people that are in this accounting department. So let me see if you're following. So stamp 1 is divided into 2 subsections, right? Stamp 1G and stamp 1A. Under stamp 1, we have 2 subsections. We have the general employment permit, and then we have the critical skills employment permit. Do you understand? Are you following at the moment? And you know what the stamp 2 is for? It's just for student visa. And you understand what I'm saying? Okay, great. I hope you understand. So now let's move to what the stamp 1 gong is all about. So now you know what the stamp 2 is, you know what the stamp 1G is. Now let's move to what a stamp 1 is really all about, right? So a stamp 1 visa is that visa that I would say that every graduate that comes to Ireland and is looking to stay craves to get. That's how I'm going to put it. That visa it's like your gate pass to say, okay, I can breathe properly and I know that maybe I'm settling here or not, but like you feel confident in the fact that you are kind of settled in Ireland. So let me explain further. So stamp 1 is that visa that allows you to work fully in Ireland. It also allows you to operate in a business. I think I told you guys that stamp 1 doesn't allow you to operate in a business, and stamp 2 obviously doesn't allow you to operate in a business, but stamp 1 under your general employment permit or your critical skills employment permits allows you to operate fully in a business and allows you to work full-time. In order for you to get a stamp 1, you need to be able to obtain a job that would be able to apply for an employment permit visa for you in order to get a stamp 1. There are certain requirements for that. Most of it firstly has to do with like your occupation, so like your job title, your job description. The government has made it easier, so there is this list of ineligible occupations that obviously would not be able to get the stamp 1. I can't categorically say all of the occupations that are under this particular list. I'm going to be leaving the document in my description box below so that you kind of go through it and if the course that you're coming to study would fall under the occupations that are not eligible to apply for a stamp 1. And if you're currently in a job and maybe you're looking to apply but you're not so sure if maybe your job title or if your occupation generally is one that allows you to get a stamp 1, if you go through that ineligible list, anything that's pretty much not under the ineligible list is eligible, because there isn't any eligible list, right? So we just use that as a guideline. So for example, I know that customer service jobs are not eligible to apply for a stamp 1 except it's a customer service in a different language, so like in a foreign language, and then the salary is up to about 27,000, then yes, you can apply for that. But if it's a customer service in like proper English, even if it's up to 27,000, I don't think that your employment permit will be approved. So there are also occupations that are ineligible, like secretaries. I know that I saw secretaries, I saw receptionists, I saw like even medical secretaries, law secretaries. I'm just like, why are these jobs actually under ineligible? But I mean, like, it's not my queue, it's not my documents to create. So like there are a lot of jobs that are under ineligible, and I'm just like, why are these jobs under ineligible? But yes, even some jobs like human resources is under ineligible, and it's so confusing, to be very honest. Well, you know what, I'm not going to talk too much about that. Just go check my description box. You would see the documents relating to the ineligible list, and you go through it, and then you know if your job or the course that you're reading would make you fall under ineligible or not. So there are 2 popular subsections of stamp 1. We have the general employment permit, and then we also have the critical skills employment permit. If you guys want to see the difference between those 2 employment permits, leave it down in the comment section and I will deliver. But for now, talking about those ones will just really waste the time. Not really waste the time, but it will make the video really long, and that's not why we're here. Now let's move to stamp 4, which is like the oga pata pata of these visas before you kind of get your citizenship and whatnot. So the stamp 4 visa is the visa that allows you to work full-time. It allows you to operate in a business. It allows you to do more or less any kind of job that you want to do without looking for a sponsor. So now that visa takes a good number of years to get there. So the people that are given stamp 4 include, I'm just going to read it out from my phone, include first of all people that have a valid critical skills employment permit for up to 2 years. So now that's the beauty and the difference between a general employment permit and a critical employment permit. So a general employment permit sort of takes you longer than 2 years to be able to get your stamp 4, But if you're under a critical skills employment permit, you just have to renew for 2 years, and then the next year, which is like the third year you're renewing, you're going straight to a stamp 4, which is very, very, very sweet. And then another set of people that get the stamp 4 is people that have a valid employment permit for 5 years, which is probably the stamp 1 general employment permit people that I'm talking about. And then as a researcher, people actually do come here. People get jobs as a researcher. People are working in colleges as a researcher. If you're a researcher with a valid hosting agreement and you have renewed for 2 years, and let me also state it there, I think I didn't say this earlier, working as a researcher in Ireland with a valid hosting agreement is also at the same level as the critical skills employment permit, because it gives you that finesse, not like finesse, but it's a finesse anyways. You just get to also renew 2 years just as a critical skills employment permit, and you move straight to a stamp 4, right? So people under this category are people that also can get a stamp 4 after they have completed their 2 years. Okay, you can also get a stamp 4 if you want to join like and reside with your maybe your Irish spouse, a civil partner or a de facto partner. You're also eligible to apply for a stamp 4. If you also want to join your family member that is here as a refugee or has been granted the subsidiary protection, you're also eligible to apply and get a stamp 4. If you also want to join your child that's also an Irish citizen, you're also eligible to apply for a stamp 4. If you also, for a long-term resident, stamp 4 is also eligible for you. If you're also under the investor and entrepreneur program, that's including your spouse and eligible family member, you're also eligible for a stamp 4. The major differences actually that one should know, like the very basic knowledge one should know about these visa stamps. So from stamp 2 to a stamp 1G to a stamp 1 and then to a stamp 4. We have other visa stamps. There's like a stamp 2A, there is like a 4C, 4S, 4D, there's a 5, but all of these things are like very serious, extensive research. I'm just really putting out the ones that are really pertaining to the questions that people have been asking thus far. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys kind of like learned a thing or two from this video. If I was too fast with my explanation, because I talk fast sometimes, and we're not able to get all of the information that you needed, or you heard me and you understood, but you kind of still have like questions and clarifications for some things that I said, or some things that have been bugging your mind, definitely leave your questions down in the comment section. If you don't want to do that, my Instagram is on the screen. Text me here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, or if you did learn a thing or two, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell down there beside the subscribe button. My name is Ria and I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. For now, ciao ciao, bye.